Going live, going live. I'm going live. I'm going live, you all. Hi, you see, Dr. Chef. I'm here, you all. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Different location. Yes, I made it in, you all. I did. I made it. I made it. How you doing, Green Sister Jamaica? Thank you so much for tuning in. I highly appreciate that. Okay, have a quick errand to run. I will be back in the chat after. I will be listening. Family, please like and share. Thank you so much, Sister Jamaica. I appreciate that. You all like and share. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I know it's later, you all. Thank you so much for those you all that's tuning in and that will tune in later. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I had to shift because we had family emergency. As you all can see, I'm in a different background, different location. And so because I could not come before you all at 5, I didn't want to give up. After all, this is part of still that motivation that you got to have from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Y'all get it? Yeah. Okay. All right, you all. Well, I'm ready. You all load me up with the questions. Anybody that's tuning in, I know it's a little bit. Let me know if it's glitching, because this will be my first time in this location with this type of Wi-Fi. So let me know as soon as possible. For those you all who has hands that's free, let me know as soon as you can if it starts to buffer, because this will be my first time. I did not get a chance to, because I had to take care of client slash family that had suffered a stroke not long ago. And so today was most definitely Wellness Wednesday for me. Like I state, I don't have the luxury of just only coming before the internet without having to do the actual work that it takes to take care of our people. As you all know, I do not broadcast or beg or ask for a lot of you all to tune in on the regular for testimonies. That's not a pressure of mine, because I really do have that Harriet Tubman spirit where I'm trying to snatch my people and get you to a safe, healed place. I have no desire to exploitate you, because it's still a form of exploitation, not for money or not for fame, or not to say, look at what I did. Look at what I did. I helped heal Sister Jamaica. I did this. I did that. That is not what that's not what God allowed me to become a naturopathic practitioner, or one that works in the healing ministry for. It is really, truly about making sure that you all are safe, and that prayerfully something that I say help inspire you to want to take care of the temple that God has given you. It's just that simple. It's not complicated. I'm not in a race. Hey there, Brother Joel. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, all right, all right. And so you say good night. Doesn't mean you're leaving, Brother Joel. If you have to, I understand, but please like and share before you do. Um, and so, yeah, it is nighttime here. It turns here in St. Louis, Missouri. It's actually turning nightfall right before 5 p.m. And so, greetings to everyone. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Uh, um, Shalom to my Hebrew brothers and sisters. How you doing? To the people that do not prescribe to, or just not there, yeah, where they say, okay, I'm not part of the no sect. I'm like, look, how you doing? And I'm just thankful that I'm able to come before you all this evening with all that's going on. I'm having to learn a routine. I do have particular clients that I will make home visits for those who is safe, because as you know, it's me. I'm a woman, so I have to be more mindful about when I have to do private care. So that is part of some of the work that I do when it's really serious matters is going on, and they need to visually see. Some of my elders can't take in all of this information, even with them coming before, or me trying to do a Wellness Wednesday. Some of them are not tech savvy. And I have to stop saying that myself, because I just got on, I did the emergency to learn how to hopefully get my license if I pass the test, to learn how to do the ham radio, you all. I did share that on Monday. So when I get the information, again, I'm going to share it with you all. But he told me, my instructor that I grew up with from childhood, um, Brother Paul Muhammad says, stop saying that you are not tech savvy. Stop saying that, because you're putting out things that's negative, and it does not put you in a place to where you can feel like you can succeed or learn more about these things. And so I agree. Each one teach one. We all have lots to learn, don't we? I guess if I was good at everything, then woo-wee, how big headed I may be. Woo-wee. And I've always asked for God to make sure that He keep me with a very graceful and very merciful spirit. And my God, why did I ask for that? That doesn't mean that Dr. Hill does not get ruffled. Her feathers can't get ruffled. What it means is that it can't last. Because I realize that that is one of the number one causes of heart attack, aneurysm, um, anxiety attacks, is when we don't have grace and mercy in us. And so that is one of the reasons why I knew that regardless of how tough it was for me to start this on my own, the way I had to, with no real true support, and the only way I could get some from anyone, I don't have to call any names because some of you all already know the names, was if I compromised my morals, a spiritual standard, and I was not willing to do that at all. Or if I had chosen to take on clientele and not be able to give them the full service that they really truly needed for their particular conditions. So you all, please take this as your treat, hour or two, because as soon as I get off of here, I go to take care of my client again and make sure that they are that everything is set in motion, making sure that they have done their exercise. Yes, it's work, and I'm thankful that I'm able to be used in that capacity. It's something that I I think I only wrestled with it a few times, and you all can ask questions. I'm just chatting it up and getting us a little warmed up before I get into the nitty gritty. No, just greeting. Okay, thank you for sharing, Brother Joel. And so I'm just thankful that I'm able to give back in that way. I'm thankful that I don't have to leave my family and that I don't have to do extreme things. And you all should be too if you don't have to do that. I don't have to toot my horn too loud just so I can be heard and seen in order for those that the individuals and the families that God has blessed me to be a service to, in order for them to show appreciation and in order for them to, excuse me, be able to receive their healing. And so, as you know, the more the merrier, but the more work. And I'm only one person. You can only do so much. And I've learned that, yes, that physical contact with some of our people most definitely are that's very helpful. But you must learn it at home first. You really do. And this is not, if you're doing it from the heart, you're doing it from the whole soul. This is not something that you want to put a lot of emphasis on how rich you can get from doing it, because it takes away from the authenticness. And I don't mean where it takes away from the information that we can provide for you, for is what's good for the mind, body, and soul. But it does, the motive is now tainted when money becomes the first priority. And I know it's complex because you do need it in order to be able to help more. But in some cases, you don't. The favor of God can succeed money. Somebody else may have it. Somebody else may have that community or a organization set up where you just glide in and your gift make room for you, and you don't have to worry about having the stress. I'm thankful that I don't have the stress of coming before you all angry, upset, or stressed out about whether or not I need you all to give me $1 million or $1,000 just so I can feel like I can continue on. When it gets to that point, that's when you know that There's a little saying, it's a little comedian now, and he's a little spiritual guy. You all forgive me for saying it, but he has this whole little saying that says, and God is not pleased. God is not pleased. Anytime profit has to become more of the, I don't know. I grew up, I'm a 70s baby. Some of you all know this tuning in. Please like and share. And I just remember the Sally Carruthers commercials. I don't know if some of you all did, and they would be in Africa, and they would make sure that they go to Ethiopia, some of the most poorest parts of the Africa, and they would have flies flying all around our children and had their bellies out and no clothes. And people would, I just remember watching my mother's face of like, see, y'all, see, you can't waste no food because the kids in Ethiopia would love to have this food. They don't have none. We used to have to hear that. And so it left us dumbfounded in some ways, thinking that all of the children in Ethiopia did not have anything to eat. All of the children in Ethiopia was poor and didn't have anything. Well, I'm thankful that God allowed me to grow to find out and to meet and have friends from all across the globe. I had the privilege to work with some of them to know that that was not true. Just like they think that when they come here to America, they think that everybody is rich, everybody is a ball player, everybody is making six figures. Everybody, no, not true. The perception is something else, and the deceit is something else. And I'm just thankful that I'm able to come before you all on this Wellness Wednesday with a clear mind, with a balanced mind. Just really thankful that the few that do tune in, that I have you all tuning in, that shows some interest in not just supporting me, but in wondering what it is that I'm going to say or could say that could help you all out. That being said, no, I didn't get a chance to get a script as usual this time, but I've been trying to do a little better. As you all know, I was doing some teaching from How to Eat to Live from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I was asking for those you all to be open-minded. We live in a time where you all are reading newspapers and you don't know the author and the editor and what their lifestyle is, what they do, or whether or not they believe in God or not. But yet we read those articles and all of those magazines, but yet we are on Facebook and we're on the internet and we're strolling down reading all these comments and everything from everybody else. You all remember we had the whole thing about the Kevin Sanders thing, and he had Bishop T.D. Jakes and all these other celebrities and or people that was known around the world, and we took in all that information. Some took it in to be judgmental, some took it in just because it was always popping up on the stream. But either way it go, everybody knew something that they were known for saying. And it didn't matter until now, until a few things started to be exposed. A man had to die after sleeping with a woman that was not his wife, and now he's dead and gone from so-called high blood pressure or being unhealthy. But yet it helped bust up a lot of marriages, and it helped some people be more realistic about who they are and what they were. Whatever your thoughts were about it, my point is that you all didn't know who those people were behind closed doors for the most part. But yet we prescribed to the things that they were saying because they were popular. We prescribed to the things that they were saying because they were authors, they had books, they had things that showed for a work. Well, that's the same mentality that I say, take that thought when you're reading things like books like this, The Mathematics of the Mind by Brother Nuri Muhammad. Take that same thought when you need to learn how to eat to live, something that they are trying to do now. And yes, it's a part 1 and it's a part 2. If there was any other religious people that I knew of that had good books that were universal, that I thought that they did a great job of really breaking down the simplicity and the chaos that we have had to encounter here in America, then I would share those too. And I'm going to extend the offer for anyone else that have any others in mind, because I have plenty of books. I have my own little library, but these are the ones that stood out to me for this season and this time, because it was very helpful, because I'm working more with a lot of my brothers and sisters from the Nation of Islam, and also my Hebrew brothers and sisters, and more so than I had with some of my Christian brothers and sisters, or just regular people. They were the ones that were reaching out the most. Yeah, I said it, the most, about their health and wellness. And so I was not at liberty to deny anyone based off of who they believe in. But then along came me hearing about these books for a while now. And when I finally got a chance to sit down with a little bit of time that I do eventually get, and I thumbed through, I said, wow, this is universal. It's so well written. Yes, some of it could be considered dogma. All right, hey there, brother. It's good to see you, brother. But nevertheless, I could see where we could use it if we can get past, for those who can, who mentally can. It's not their brains don't stop thinking just because someone doesn't worship who you worship or believe in who you believe in. The meat is still, and the good nuggets are still there in the books. You all, is all I'm saying. Comment on your video. Thank you, brother. And so it's good to see you all after Thanksgiving. Can I say it like that? Enough of all that heaviness. It's good to see you all after Thanksgiving. How many of y'all put on some more pounds? I didn't put on no pounds. Yes, I did try a little bit. I did bake my butternut squash pumpkin pie, and I was going to, you know what? I do have it upstairs. I did mine the next day, you all. And then, yes, I did visit family. And yes, my sister in love is who I call my brother's wife. My sister in love did bake me some good, healthy version of dressing and green beans. And I did some homemade cranberry sauce. Yes, I did. And it was good. And and so it was a really nice time, and my nieces and nephews, my daughters, and I'm just thankful that we made it through. No one had to be rushed to the ER. For those of you all that have encountered that or know of someone who did, my prayers go out to the towards them. But please do them a favor if they are at all interested in learning how to eat to live and not just to die. Then you all can share the number 618-388-8100 to them. I'm going to put it in the chat for health consultations. And it is in the bio pic when you first start off too. And I am still doing free consultations. It won't be as long unless it's just your day and you catch me on one of those days where I don't have any other appointments that's scheduled behind you. But for the most part, it'll be 15 to 30 minutes of free consultations for those who are sincere about getting on the right track before January. Okay. Greetings, sister. Let me put in there free. Put in there. I did start off where I was only going to allow a few, but I realized, sometimes with our people, what I realized is that when you don't know what's in store for you, when you don't know where your blessing lie, a lot of times it causes them to hesitate when they see a price involved. So I'm learning too, y'all. I'm learning this about us. Yeah, sometimes they boot me out, y'all, so I'm going to be cautious. Okay. Via text me at this number that I'm putting in. Let me stop for a second. Now putting it in. Sister Jamaica had a drive, so she will be back shortly. So y'all know. You know, I got it in there for those you all that want to give donations to help out for products. And I am good news, you all, really good news on this Wellness Wednesday. Um, one of the pioneers in health and wellness that I really love, adore, and admire. She is my elder, 70 plus, but she does not look like it. If she didn't fix her hair a certain type of way, you wouldn't be able to tell at all that she was 70 plus. Um, you know that saying, black don't crack. Well, I added something to it. I said, yeah, it don't, yeah, black don't crack if you don't smoke it. Well, she's a beautiful woman and she has her own health store, the only one there in the east of St. Louis. Her and her husband, Delbert Ship, Loretta Ship, you all, she's come on in the past and she has sent her greetings in. I learned a lot about grace with in health and wellness, our people. I learned a lot about humility through her. I just learned so much from watching even how she does business, even when those others try to come along and take advantage of her. I watched how she kept persevering, and so that encouraged me. Just like I like to encourage you all to go on a motivational Monday, and then I'm also planning on coming back tomorrow, you all, as long as I'm able to. So bear with me because the timing might be a little sporadic, anywhere between 4 and 6. Because so you all just know to check and look out for me because my client, we're getting them accustomed to not feeling too nervous. Or thinking that I'm going to be super militant. um, I'm learning this, you all, still at 49 years young. At 49 years young, and they keep telling me that it's like you just don't know the effects that you have on people when they finally meet you. And I'm only smiling because I'm like, I wish that I knew, you all. I don't know until they say it. I don't know. I just only know how to be how God created me to be. And so when they say, "Oh my God," they wasn't expecting for to me to come in and be as gracious with them and as patient with them. It doesn't register really to me. You all know how it is. I know it's something that those you all that are tuning in that you do, and you just, because it's so natural for you to do it, you don't realize that you are leaving a deep impact on someone. um, and like me, growing up in church and always hearing preachers preach real loud, and having a mother that was a singer and songwriter, and she sung so loud, being a musicianer myself, and always been around some loud. You think that you have to be loud. And yes, there is a certain type of vibration in loudness where, yes, more people hear you. However, I've learned that it also drowns out the meek and loving and caring spirit that God placed within us as well. You miss it. Have you all ever been to a game, or you've been to a concert, or you've been to a lecture, and you could tell that that whoever was playing was really, you know, um, they did a good play, but because the people in the audience or the fans are so loud, you can't even hear. Let's know, my God, if you in a group in a pack and everybody's standing up in front, you can't even see. I don't know about y'all, but I experienced that. I figured some of y'all, hey there, Sister Tyra, it's good to see you, and thank you so much for sharing the testimony for your mom. She's doing so much better. How old is your mother again, Sister Tyra? Is she 90 or 92? Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you, Sister Tyra. Had a powerful testimony, you all, about her mom. I don't know if she is in a position to be able to share a little bit of it. And if you don't feel like a sister, that's fine too. Just talked about the covering of our people that's going through their healing crises. Okay, you all. I'm gonna get back to it. And so this is the reason why I try not to get too caught up anymore with the loudness of anything. I've learned within the past few years alone, that is also a way that people cover up what's really ailing them inside. Being loud. It's like a baby that likes to be loud, cry loud after you done changed the baby, you done fed them, you done birthed them. They're good, they're clean, and they get loud because they saw mom and daddy walk by because they want attention. They want attention. And I had to do my due diligence with, even though I have birthed 4 children in this world and have raised countless amount of children, including my nephews and cousins and siblings, I realized that, yeah, forgive me for slowing down. I just want to make sure that I do this right. 1 second here. I'm going to get it on track in a second, you all. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, a few hearts in the chat for your patience. Okay, here you go. I realize that you can miss what's really going on. And there are adults and there are talented people, and so I may call them gifted, that have learned that art, that has learned that technique of being loud and being one to do things to create distractions. Dr. Brother Paul, thank you. How you like the classes? I love my class. You all get with this ham radio class. Get with the ham radio class, you all, as soon as possible. We're going to need it when these grids shut down. No, we're not out of the waters, you all. Not by far. I just sent my daughter her emergency bag, and strongly advised her and her fiance to make sure that they get some more military bags for when things shut down again. I had to break for a second because this text just made me to remember. I put I will love instead of I loved it. So much for me multitasking this time. I just need and he provide workbooks. He is a board certified licensed. I know I'm not doing him justice with all of the education that he has put into being an engineer, you all, and his son is as well too. So he's a happy, proud father of 2 sons that I've watched down throughout the years, him through thick and thin, take his sons underneath his belt and raise them without making excuses. Wherever he go, they go, and I loved and admired this brother, Paul Muhammad, for this, because I don't see enough of our men doing this. And as you all know, that's grounds for me to leave you when you have seed and you don't do right by it. And I mean that for fathers and for mothers. I know what it is to go through hard, tough, rough times. I know what it is to even be sick and still have to take care of children. But this brother has first showed me the dedicated friend, then father, now husband, and step-up dad to stepdaughter, now beautiful wife. And they're both working together now with this emergency classes, you all. So once again, you all are interested, via text in, and I will put the email. Let me put the email in there for you. I do have another email there. My face is not on this one at all, you all. So let me get this out the way, and then we can get into any questions, health questions that you all may have, okay? I got a shorter one for you all. Dr. Chef, 1798. One day I'll tell you all what that is about, okay? One day soon. And it may be on the anniversary of my daughter's transition, okay? Which will be December the 13th. I believe it falls on a Wednesday this week. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it doesn't, then I'll do it for Motivational Monday. Either way, I'll be coming on. God say the same. He allows me to. No emergencies come up. I will be here before you, and I am leaving out of 2024, if I'm allowed to, with the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I may be judged by it, by some, and that's okay. Because I look towards the hills from which cometh my help. All of my help comes from God and from those who allow God to use them to be a good, positive support for me. So I have no fear of what man or woman thinks of me when I know that I'm doing the right thing at the right time, with the right heart and spirit. And I did. I took a whole entire year of listening to my elders, not just one, and not for anyone that I'm paying or doing a service for, but for those who I was not. I left it wide open and I told the unadulterated truth, even though the truth's supposed to be unadulterated anyway, but you get the picture, you get the point. And I just want to be able to help couples. I want to be able to help our men too, to think, especially when God give you good women in your life that is the right to live, chicks as we call it. Can I get a little slang in there? For our women that have put your all into being a good helpmate and being a good example of what it truly means to love your family, and those who have to had to do it like me, extended family. um, I want that because I know that's been a stress. It's been a tremendous stress. I got my full dose of it. I thought that I was done. I did. Y'all know if I'm getting tongue tied, then you know, then you know that what I'm going to share is going to be something, mm, something that prayerfully is going to help a lot of people. Okay, no better person to use than yourself when it comes down to hardship. No one else better to use than your own testimony to help another to overcome. Or you may be able to share the information and help someone else that you know. It may not be just for you. It could be so you can share to help another brother or sister overcome and to help save another family or to inspire another family. And so, yes, you all can imagine, along with the cookbook, that will be a book as well too. And I'm already talking to a few people about a movie, and that I can share that much. Everyone that I've spoken to, that I know that know about the industry, said that is going to be a big one, that I need to do it, because there's so many people that's going through and suffering in silence and still working. And they're working in the ministries, they're working in the communities, they're doing all they can to help their families, and people don't realize that they're suffering in silence. Mostly, especially for those of us who come before this internet, and you all know I talk about it from time to time. Um, it brings about a falsehood and a fakeness and an unrealistic way of doing things, and a show and tell, um, like none other. I've never seen it, but I am, in some ways, I am glad that I experienced it so that I wouldn't get caught up in only viewing people based off of a a short, or a or a video, because it's just like acting. You all know we got our best actors, Denzel and all the rest of them, that we have. It's easy for us to get caught up in how good they act, and some of us go as far as to say, "Oh man, that must be they." I know I say it. That must be their personality because they just played that too good. Well, what I've learned is that we got actors, you all, in the health and wellness field. We got actors as ministers. We got actors. We know we got actors in politicking. We got a lot of actors that's not getting paid, and they're not labeled as actors. And they have learned how to do just like a good movie would do. Have you in there? I don't know about y'all, and I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all I'll do my best to keep it 1 million with you all. And now, since somebody stole that, I'm gonna up it, and I'm gonna keep it 1 billion with you all. If somebody steal my 1 billion, I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it 1 trillion. I gotta, you gotta reach for the sky. I realized that, yeah, I am the one that sit down with some tissue because the little girl then finally found her mama and her daddy, or the boy was struggling real hard and didn't have no place to go. And yeah, I'm the one that sit there and silent the movie and bless him, Lord. I'm so glad he made it. And so I did that. That is the number one thing that took me through turmoil um, for the last 3 years, right after COVID. Um, I I was blown away by the expression. I was blown away by the passion. I was blown away because I could feel the pressure, not in a lustful way, not in a I wish I could do it way. Um, just I was just blown away in the moment of what I was hearing and the strong passion in that moment that I was hearing that changed and altered my life unto this day. And for many, it could have become um, a stress to the point of being institutionalized. I know you all because I've counseled it. Not in the detailed way that my life went or had the things that I had to encounter these last couple of years, but in a way that um, I see that when your intentions and when your heart is in the right place, and then along comes Satan, that's enough to knock anybody off their feet. And so this is the reason why I come before you all on this Wellness Wednesday saying, no, you can call in to 618-388-8100. Sister Tyra will testify towards that. Sister Jamaica will. You're not just closed off to just talking about what fruits and vegetables that you have that you should eat for your body. It's whatever is ailing you. I've had my dog for 12 years. I'm giving an example. I've had my dog for 12 years, and now they're saying that my dog is sick with cancer, and I may have to put him down because because I wasn't able to be there for him, and I don't know what I'm going to do. That was my best friend. I don't know what I'm going to do. My mother was here today, and she's gone. She was gone the next day. I'm about to lose my mind. I've been on this job for 10 years and never got a raise. And now I just want to eat in and everything that I can just get my hands on. See, some of you all know about the 12 components of food addiction, but it's not enough emphasis on what gets you to that state to where food is your addiction. And trust me, it's far more than 12. Okay? You know it when it comes on because a lot of people are talking about it now. You can Google it and see, YouTube and see. It's plenty of people talking about it. But what they won't talk about is what actually gets them to a place that most people experience: the loss of money, a loss of family. That's why, can you imagine what the people are going through that went through that just experienced a hurricane in Florida where a whole town is wiped out? And the strange thing is what did I tell you all when I had the experience in Maui? I'm looking out for you all for your questions as well. Here, let me put in an email here. Let me send. It didn't send. Okay, I sent it, you all. It's in the chat. I told you all how I pay attention as much as I can. And maybe that's why I got God, is because I'm so busy paying attention to the atmosphere around me, especially during COVID. I'm so busy trying to take care of my children and my stepchildren and everybody else, my mate at the time. So caught up in that, as you all know, you lose yourself. You can lose yourself. There's no time for. I lost more weight than what I had. I got more smaller than what I had been since the age of 21. Yes, I was working out, but that was so sporadic. because there was tension on how my partner felt at that time. And so it wasn't consistent enough to keep me at a place to where I was healthy. You all didn't realize that my nails were starting to brittle. My hair was starting to thin. I just had let it air out, as you all some. I let some of it air out, so it's still long and it's still thick. But at the same time, I could tell that it was thinning. This is before my daughter passed. This is even before my mother passed. And I'm wondering, what is it? And so I don't know if you all remember back in last March, one of my YouTube things I had labeled was Eating You. And the eating you was the stress and the curse of life. But one thing I noticed is down throughout the years, and especially after COVID had hit, that more people that I notice, more people go through more stressful situations during the holiday. And the number one is when you're living a lie. When you're not able to be fully honest about who you are as a person, not just what you do, but who you are and what you practice when we close this internet down. What you do, does it align with a healthy lifestyle? Because I can come before, just think about it. As a nurse, my background is in nursing rehabilitation, drug counseling, you name it. I have some experience, yes I do, and years of it, where I can go to work and clock in and be on post and do my job because that's my job, so I get paid to do. But come on now, you all know by the time you get home or on your way driving home, now you got to put on a different hat. You're thinking about the things that you had to encounter and things you had to do, or who may have got on your nerves at work, or how your clients, or how whatever line of work you do, you're thinking about your job some. But now you know you got to put on a different hat when it's time for you to get off work. That's what I'm talking about that causes us to have these crazy food addictions. It starts with your everyday, the things that you do on an everyday basis that you're not doing to make money. Somebody, well, I do that all day long. I'm making money. It is true. The love of it is the root to all evil. I know what I'm talking about, y'all. After seeing the first million during COVID, making the first million, I was challenged with, how can we say that we need anything else more when we're living above our means? How can I ask somebody that's poor to pay or to donate when we have so much more than them? You all seen my mansion. I had to battle Satan to get out of that. I had to battle Satan. I had to let Satan know that I'm able to walk away from all of that just to take away the stress of thinking that I had to support the individual that felt like they needed to do whatever they had to do to make sure that you get that money at the expense of people being sick. So y'all got to know that I got to come before you all before this year is out, and let you all know how important it is for us to take care of our own selves and not to treat anyone like your God. I know it's challenging here because once again, we all grew up with the television, and these internets have served as just that. You see health gurus out here looking like they doing it. You see them on their workout equipment. You see them with, walking in the fields of nothing but fruits and vegetables. And you think that that's all it is to it. Oh, I wish I was somewhere in Africa, or I wish I was somewhere else and I could just walk through the fields of fruits and berries. No, you all. That's not how it works. You've been sold. You've been sold. You've been sold. I ain't got nothing else to add to it. You've been sold. It's not. No, it's stress trying to convince people that it's heaven right now here on earth, anywhere around the world. It's stressful trying to sit back and wonder if I could show you this clip or this image or make you think that all I got to do is go on a fruit fast for a week or two or for 30 days. Oh, yeah, I know, y'all. Some of them ain't going to like me for this one, but oh, well. And tell the truth. I say, tell the truth and go to heaven. And that's just going to heal your whole soul. Some of y'all like to think that just because I shared How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad 1 and 2, that means that that's all you got to do. It's a lifestyle, you all. Before this platform and behind closed doors. And so what happens is that when you get caught up in the 12 components of the food addictions, when you get caught up in whether or not you can eat fruits and vegetables all day long or 90% of the time in order to be able to help save your life, and you get caught up in actually believing that that's all that it takes, or that's most of what it takes, versus your heart being right, versus you doing right by your family, versus you treating your brother and sister right. I don't know about y'all, but I laid out platters on a regular basis of fruits and vegetables and still encountered being treated like trash. And did it with a smile and a dance. Some of y'all heard it reported. I won't even allow you in my kitchen with a bad spirit. I got a daughter with me that came to help and assist me now. And I told her, don't come into my kitchen. This is what I say. And it don't matter whose kitchen it is. I said, don't come into my kitchen, giving me no negative energy, no bad news, unless it's a dying emergency. Somebody's on fire outside. Don't, give me this space and time, because I got to put this love, and I got to put this tender care into this food so it tastes good. And so now I got a client that's up eating and saying, oh my God, this is delicious. All veggies, all good food. And they're like, oh my God, this is delicious. And I said, okay, now I'm going to make you some homemade cranberry juice. Yeah, the kind when you boil it. I ain't putting it in no juicer. I'm boiling it, and then give them a little bit of, just a little bit of agave with a little bit of lemon, you all in there. And you guys homemade cranberry juice. It help cleanse his kidneys, help cleanse his heart. And he's happy now. And so I'm saying that to say that it's all about how we treat one another. It's not about a pick or a slide. It's not about, and you can take that, you can take one moment in the day and make that run on the internet for 100, for the next few years, if not forever. And whatever we see constantly is what we start to believe that it is. And we actually started to believe it is that 100% because of how much they repeat it, how much they show it, how much you're going, and then you don't know what all people have to pay that make you pay for them to lie when you don't even realize today. In order for you to make a living in health and wellness and actually truly save lives, especially over the internet, you got to pay. And you all are hearing it. You have to pay constant contact, thousands of dollars, just so many people can see it. You got to pay just to get an extra clip. It's all about paying. Don't you see how stressful that is? Y'all done heard it. Now it's no longer about healing nobody. It's about y'all need to pay me or y'all ain't gonna be able to get. No, how about this? I pay my $25 and my $50 to get my one-on-one consultation. And you can deal with the rest of those bills because I got a family to take care of. I got myself to take care of. I got my church to take care of. I got my community to take care of. How about that? I'm saying this to help some of my people because I've gotten plenty of calls, you all. And here it is, the end of the year again. of those who was feeling very depressed and stressed out because they were made to feel guilty about how much they can and cannot do because somebody chose to take their own selves, think so much of their own selves where they put themselves, just like I am. We put yourself before this internet. Nobody asked you to put yourself before this internet. You did it because you want to make some money and because you want to be heard and seen. So I ain't got to pay for that. But since I pay for my own internet, hear me, hear ye. Since I pay for my own internet, I can watch whatever I want to watch on here. Since you made it public, I am part of the public. They don't call it the worldwide internet for no reason. And guess what? If you don't want comments, then close down your comment section. They don't give you no right to cuss nobody out. Don't give you no right to try to place a curse on anybody. See, this is when you know that the love of money has become the root of all evil. And I've been saying this for the last few years, you all. And this is the reason why I have to do this myself. And it's okay because I can do this as long as I have to, even with me messing up with the internet here. And I can do this with a good, healthy conscience all day for years to come because God has given me the patience and the grace to do it. And never make a dime. Not from this. And still be happy. Those of you all that saw me, hey there, Sister Susan, it's so good to see you. I am new to your channel. I had a thermogram on November the 5th. My last test result showed that I have a cyst on my left breast. I have been using C-KEP supplements every day. Were you advised to use C-KEP supplements every day? And eating C chips as well. What else should I use? First off, sister, I'm wondering, you know how some people like to get ratings on here to bust off celebrities and preachers and all this other stuff. But I'm one that back in my nursing days, I did not play. I'm sure you all can tell now. I'm not going to be as graceful. So I'm giving you heads up now. I do have a sincere question. Did you read that on the internet? Or did another naturopathic person or so-called healer or minister tell you that you need to take C-KEP every day because you have a cyst in your breast? I would like to know that first, if you don't mind, Sister Susan. And thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I would like to know that. And then I would like for you to call in to look in the chat, call into the 618-388-8100 number, because if it's anything personal that you do not want, share it on this World Wide Web. I do believe in respecting that. And so I advise you to call in for your free consultation if you don't want to answer that. But you do not have to continue to take I'm glad that you tuned in and asked the question. Let me say that first. But you do not have to take that every day as part of your regimen. You have tons of things that you can do to reduce the inflammation in your breast. One could be also using oregano, applying oregano. If you're not allergic or have any bad reactions to red bell peppers, you can roast them or you can eat them raw. They're very high in antioxidants, and the oregano in its most organic form, either you can grow it yourself or you can go to a halal place or a natural food place to get the ones that do not have any pesticides or chemicals on it. And you can sprinkle that in your food. You can take that. And now you can take that every day, but I would recommend for you after a week of taking it or two or during your next visit to have your cyst checked to make sure that it is reducing and not increasing or having any more inflammation, I'd like for you to give me a call to set up an appointment so that we can make sure that you are not overdoing anything that could cause a reverse side effect, because you can overdo. You can hear me real closely. You can overdo certain herbs and foods. And this is where your health coaching comes into play for your particular condition. I would need to know exactly what it is that you're eating on a regular basis. And you don't have to be ashamed. I don't care if it's a ding dong, a hot dog. I don't care if it's all that. I mean, I care, but I'm not there. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to just share with you the information that you would need that can help you to reduce that cyst. Also, you can do the lavender essential oils. I do recommend either, I did find another company, you all outside of just Young Living. You can also try Revive. It has a very Revive, Revive, has some very high potent, high ratio healing properties in their oils. No, they cannot, due to the law, they cannot tell you that it can heal you or that it can help aid in reducing inflammation. They have to be very careful. But I can say here on the live stream that it's been known for helping to aid in reducing cysts, even in the breast. So that would be oregano oil and lavender oil. And yes, you take it and you rub it across because it seeps through the bloodstream when you have a high pure ratio of essential oils. And then I would once again need to know what you're eating on a regular basis that could be causing inflammation. And of course, because it's in the breast, a lot of times that is associated with stress and anxiety. And there's a buildup of that, even though you could be eating healthy all day long. And that's one that a lot of people won't share. But inflammation, the cells will shut down and lock down on you, sister. If you are encountering other stressful things, I advise, if you just tuned in, to go back and hear what I stated about lifestyle. If there's issues with relationships, if there's issues with your children, issues with your job, and now at this point, you're not focusing on breathing, you're not focusing on eating enough, or you may be focusing on overeating. You could be taking in herbs at the time when you're most stressed. And once again, the cells will not operate in a manner to heal the body when the body or when the mind is in distress. And so this is where health coaching comes into play. The number that we have is 618. Thank you so much, Sister Jamaica. Send your love, Sister Susan. 618-388-8100. Be persistent, I tell you all, because I'm only one person. And yes, I had assistants, but they have to, once again, just like I did in the health field before I became a naturopathic practitioner. I was, I don't play. When I say I don't play about our people and how well they're doing and how well they're coming along, and our part as people that's saying that we want to see you all healed. I don't play about a person not doing all that they can when you all call in, and making sure that we are being very intentional about being tedious about the things that could be that you don't realize that you're doing that's not healthy for you. And Sister Jamaica, different ones is tuned in, Sister Thomas, them, they will let Tyra them, they will let you know that that's how I am. And then I'm still want to be that down to earth sister girl with you, because that helps to ease the distress. I know Sister Chanel is in. She's another one that, hey, Sister Candy, I didn't see you. My eyes were playing tricks on me. It's good to see you. And so that's what I recommend you do. So you got the lavender essential oils by the company Revive, and or either youngliving.com that you can order. You usually run anywhere between $26 to $30 for it. You apply, maybe it will say 5 or 10 drops. No, you do not have to use that much, especially if you are a melanated sister. Our bodies adapt really fast to certain herbs, flowers. As you know, a lavender is a flower. And all they did was distract extract some of the healing properties from that lavender flower. And they have all the information on their website, which is something that I'm working on as well, because I don't want it just to be a regular fly by night website. I want it to be detailed. And so that being said, they have all that information. You even get a chance to go out and take a trip just to see how authentic and how they distill their essential oils. They do that once a year. They have magazines and all that. And I am an independent distributor of them. I just had to take a little bit of break, but I make sure that you all get the goods while you can, because so many of them, and they have been harassed and been told by law that there were certain things that they could say and that they couldn't say. So don't call in to the 1-800 numbers when you all get it, and call in for something like that and expect for the customer service. Just a side note, the expect for the customer services people to be able to tell you that lavender does such. No, you have to already know by someone like myself. And you have to believe and trust the process. But they, by law, cannot tell you that it does this, that, and the other. You have to take my word for it. Okay? And then call me once again at 618-388. Text me. Thank you so much again, Sister Jamaica, for putting that in. It's in there, Sister Susan. 618-388-8100. Any more questions, y'all? That's such a good one. That helps me to stay on task here. All right. Did I answer your question okay, Sister Susan? Or any other questions that you have, you can feel free. This is Wellness Wednesday. This is what it's for, your free health coaching that you also get for an hour or two on every Wednesday that I'm able to come, as long as I'm not called out for emergencies. All right. How's the voice doing, Sister Jamaica? While you're tuning in, if you're able to. Thank you. I will call tomorrow. Okay, do that. And if you don't get through the first time, go ahead and continue to try. Do me like you have to do some of the telemarketers, or when you want that good sale. Some of y'all made it through Black Friday. Look at the name. Or what's that, Monday Madness, whatever they call it. Y'all, I do not get caught up in that stuff, because that God ain't pleased. Some of the people stressed out just because of that. I'm laughing, y'all, to stop from crying, but some of our people stressed out for that. You didn't get that flat screen TV and all the other stuff that you wanted to get. And I'm not laughing at you, because I understand a good deal, a good bargain. I do understand that. And then note that I still do have sea moss, you all, so I can take a little time until. Okay, great. I can take a little time to show you that I still have the sea moss. And the good news, you all, before I got caught up in that, I'm going to start making foot scrub and exfoliation lotion for you all out of the sea moss, you all, because it's a good pure grade. So get ready, tune in. Yes, I was trying to, but because of my client needed me, I had to stop. I was going to show you all a sample of it. And yes, it will be made out of this type of sea moss. It's already been tested for radiation. Yes, I had a sale running for $30, so you are getting $10 off for this season. And yes, you can use it inside of soups, inside of your veggie pasta dishes. You can use it inside your smoothies. You can juice it and get a teaspoon of this most potent, most powerful purple sea moss for $30 plus shipping and handling. So you might as well say that when it was $40, you all, what you be paying now is only the shipping and handling, because they are getting ridiculous at the postal with how much they charge for it. So I do still have some of that in the stock, and I still have a few bags of moringa in stock, and I'm working on restocking. And then the other good news that I was going to start off talking about is Loretta, whom I really highly respect, and that's been like a godmother to me, a big sis. She's been in the world for over 10 years now, and that I was like the fly on the wall at her help store when I was looking for answers to help my daughter and my family to heal. They were gracious enough to allow me to come in and do some work, and I learned as much as I could from her. She's about to liquidate out or close down her store until next year because the overhead has become extremely high for her. And with that being said, there's a lot of things that she's going to have that she can sell, you all. And she's entrusting me to do that at a reasonable price for you all. And I'll be shipping and sending out. I will have help. So I will be shipping and sending out. So come next week, you all tune in. I will have other products unless something else come up. I had a serious day today at 2:06. I'm going to get to that in a second. I had a um yeah, so I had to go ahead and help all of these years later, and it's been my pleasure to help her. But I'm going to have all different types. She makes all natural soaps, you all, so we'll be able to do that. Have turmeric in it, has all the goodies, and she also is an independent associate for Young Living as well. And so, just to give you guys an idea of how pure and how potent a lot of things to be. So we're going to be running something like my own Shopify on here, you all. Okay, so get ready to tune in, save you a few bucks for those you all that want to be able to stock up, or if you want to order in advance, or if you want to place an order and then pay later, or you got a set date and time, then we could do it that way too, to set up, because we'll probably be running that all the way to January. I'm not for sure yet. So I'm just giving you all heads up that's tuned in for this Wellness Wednesday. Note that I got some goodies coming through, and it will be through her. Yes, some of the proceeds will help me to be able to get back some of the things I have out of stock. I told you all I'm not desperate. I can't work with anyone that takes this as a joke, or think that this is a means that, oh, okay, let me get close to Dr. Chef now, or let me get in with her, and think that they can pay. I only have a few that I could trust in, such as Jamaica, and a few others that have invested in me, and that and fully understood how much work that it takes to do this. But I can't allow myself to get so money hungry to where I allow myself to be in no shape or form or fashion sleeping in the bed with anyone for money to fund this. And God is not pleased. And I mean that literally, like even sitting at the table, having a discussion. I got 10 grand for you. I got 20 grand for you. I can get your business popping. I'm not going to do it. I will not be doing any, unless you're out the country. I will not be doing any at the hour segment business meets either. Unless your time frame is different from mine, 9 to 10 hours, or six or more hours. I will not be doing that either, just to get the right investors. And so Loretta knows that about me. Miss Loretta Ship knows that about me. And so she's going to combine. We're going to work together with each other. And so whatever I approve, you all, that she has, that means that it's pure and it's good. That's what that means. And so you all get first dibs on being able to take advantage of getting some more good natural goodies. Okay. So keep us in prayers while we get through this process, okay? I talked to her all day today. Now to Sister Jamaica. It said I had a blood type on all. Can we via text? Hello? Give me 1 second, you all. Okay, hold on 1 second. You all, can you all hear me? Has it stopped freezing yet? Someone let me know. I notice when I get into the nitty gritty. Can you can you hear me, Sister Jamaica? Okay. All right, you all. Did it stop freezing? I wanted to make sure because I see different ones. I'm losing the people. Okay, Sister Sharon, it sounds good. Okay, now she says sounds good. Okay. Um, yes, you got to come out and get back in. Okay, and then we can set up your consultation for tomorrow if you're available. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Okay. Okay, y'all. Sister Jamaica don't be playing. She be on it. You all keep her and her family in prayers. We got one of the twins that has a condition that's severe, and we've been working with. Well, I've been working with her for the past 2 years now. As you all know, epilepsy is one of the conditions that my firstborn had, a severe, rare, very rare form of it. But she did not have convulsions at all. So you all keep her in prayer, her son Jai in prayer while we work through this process. She was letting me know that the computer froze up. And so we realized that now when I try to go into depths, I notice when I try to go into depths of how good certain products is and certain things, I notice that's when I start getting glitch, you all. So we're going to simmer down like a state. I'm going to respect the fact that this is their platform. I don't have to pay YouTube to be online. I only have to pay for an internet bill. Okay. And so I'm going to respect that now. You all get the logist of what I'm saying about what I'm going to, what I will be introducing is some more line of products and some new products. And I will be making my own butters and exfoliation creams is going to be made with love. Everybody like to compliment me on my skin and how it stays so soft and how you do. Okay, you all are going to find out the things that I've been trying to do to make sure that we keep our bodies out, because the saying is, and it's true, whatever you can't eat, you should not be putting on the outside of your body either, because that seeps into the pores of your skin, and it does have a major effect on the health of your blood. Yes, I said it. Your blood. When you sweat, you open up your pores. Even if you're not sweating, those liquids seep inside of your skin in layers and layers. And I know there are information out there where they make it seem like it's only at the top there. I don't believe that, because we got toxic clothes, you all, that we wear. We should be only be wearing cotton and linen, silk, things, natural materials. But as you all know, 80%, if not 90% of the material today that's been sold is laced with chemicals and artificial dyes that's causing cancer and all forms of diseases that you all may not be quite aware of. Those who all that's on Facebook, you guys Zoom, I post a lot of the little stuff that I can, because a lot of times they will not allow me to share it. For some reason, will not allow me to share. I wonder what reason that is. They won't allow me to share it on some of the other platforms. And like literally, it'll say can't share. But there is, when you get through, go down some of my posts, you will see that I've got maybe about 3 or 4 posts talking about the different chemicals and the conditions that our people and diseases that our people are receiving from having artificial clothing and chemicals placed within their clothes. And this would simplify a lot. And this is near and dear to me, because prior to me becoming a nurse and trying to work in the health and wellness field at the age of 17, yeah, I was a junior in high school. I was going into fashion and design. It was offered a scholarship to go out to the ATL and to do it big, y'all. Yeah, I was going to be the next Black Vera Wang. Yeah. But the cry of my people being sick was more near and dear to me. My family needed me, so I stayed. So you all know that I understand that family is first, and that I'm glad that I didn't become Not to knock anyone that's into fashion and design, because there is still a healthy way of doing that. I can implement that in some health fairs one day where you can have a fashion show with natural material clothes. What an ideal. Natural hair. I might allow a little barely minerals, some real mineral, a little bit of makeup. I might, but it has to be made out of natural resources. So that's something to think about. Having all natural fashion show. Nevertheless, I found them more meaning and more helpful for me to be a help to our people in that's going through the sickness and disease today. Thank you so much. And so you all may want to go in, for those of you all that's on my Facebook page, go in and look down and see. I'll try to go dig myself and repost them again about the effects that those have. And the sister that tuned in for about the cysts growing in the breast, that's one of them too. Your bras, lady, the underwears. You have rayon and these fake materials and these color underwears. When you sweat, think about it. And my God, if you ever carry your phones, those stats already came back from your medical doctors, from your oncologists, which are ones that treat cancer. They've already talked about how the radiation, when you try to hold your phones, or even when you hold it close like this, or real close up on you, because you're trying to see, you all put the cell phones away. Don't sleep at night with it close to you. Put as far as you can away. And if you don't have emergencies like I do, then try to shut the phone completely down. Okay. Try to shut it completely down while it's charging and keep it away from you. I know some of you all have heard that, but now you're hearing it from me. That is so much more help, and it helps the body to be able to heal while you sleep, because that's what the body is doing when it's breaking from eating and drinking and from the everyday stresses and cares of this world. Your body is trying to heal itself from all of the damage that we've done and all of the toxicities. That even means that if you really want to get real sincere and serious about your health and wellness, you will make sure that you get silk and cotton, 100% cotton and linen sheets as well. Well, that's cost so much more. Go online. This is the time. Now, this is what you all should be trying to invest in when you're talking about Black Fridays and all of these sales going on. Get you some 100% cotton sheets or all linen. And for those of you all that can take satin, 100% satin, and stay away from the loud colors. Because 9 times out of 10, those colors, they'll dye in those sheets. Because think about it, your body sweat, and then the cells are shedding when you're resting. And all that goes right back into the pores. Some of you all, you take showers and baths right before bedtime, the pores is wide open. And you're laying there flat on it. And it's seeping into the skin, causing all forms of cancer and itching and eczema and all different type of skin diseases. Yeah. And some of them are showing up as cysts. You don't understand. It's showing up in knots inside of the body, because now we've done it for year after year, and you had no way of knowing. If you're waking up itching, that is a really good sign. I never forget. I saw that myself with my own 2 eyes for the first time in my life. I had encountered an individual that would sweat so bad that the the food that they were eating seeped through. Some of you all may know someone that experienced seeped through the sheets, because I had bright colored sheets. It seeped through. The sweat would seep out the color, the dye, from the food that they had been eating. So I could literally smell the sheet to tell if whether or not they were eating healthy or not. Yeah. And I could also tell by the attitude the next morning. I could also tell by their spirit. I'm like, wow, I never thought I would experience this, but I did. And so I wanted to share that with you also. Be mindful about making sure that you get healthy sheets and underwear, you all. Clothing, I know they cost more, but in some cases now, I do recommend for those you all that thrift and go to Goodwills and things of that nature, a lot of times you can find more 100% cotton and linen and silk in those places. I just recommend you to wash it with all natural soaps and cleaning materials, or steam it first, of course. But you can find a lot of those because if you notice, you go look them up. A lot of them are very expensive, but just treat it like you would a trip. Treat it like it would when we want to, ladies, when we want to get that hair done and you want to pay, not maybe not some of you all, but there are those that's paying $100 or more for wigs and for hair extensions and all that. So put it towards your clothes instead and minimize your wardrobe. I promise you, nobody wants to style and profile as much as I love fashion. I do. So for me to say it, I understand. I understand. But then it comes down to a choice: my health or these clothes. Purchase good shoes, the kind that fit your feet. You're worth that investment. After all, I've always said it, and I'm going to say it again on this Wellness Wednesday. You are worth more to your enemy dead than you are alive. They sell and hawk all of your body parts when you're gone. All inside, out, your skin, your hair, your pupils, your car, everything. And I know some people, it don't matter, we're dead and gone. Whatever. Why not profit off your own self? Then allow your enemy to profit off of you. That doesn't make no sense, y'all. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. Whoever's helping somebody else, help yourself too. Help yourself too. You have the right to be selfish in that way, because as long as you are doing well and you are alive, then that means you can help more people when you are helping well and you're living. Not the opposite. I'm going to do all of the heinous things and I'm going to dog out as many people I can. I'm going to call out as many people as I can. I'm going to do this and that until the day I die, and I'm going to die. So no, that's a suicidal spirit. I talk to them all the time. That's a suicidal mentality. I want to be a martyr. Or they let demons, other demonic people, speak into their spirit while they're trying to do some good and make them believe that they got to die or they have to just to speak a few truths. And nobody trying to kill nobody. Talking about no fruits and vegetables or talking about no sins. They ain't worried about us. They not, especially not no black Christians or no preachers. They ain't worried about us. You ain't we haven't gotten to 1 billion people yet. They ain't worried about you. They not. Don't matter what kind of experience you have. They not worried about you because they already got 100,000 more times of the souls that we wish we could have had, that we wish we could have helped save. They're not worried about you. So don't y'all believe the hype. Y'all remember the song? Pray for me because I'm finna go there. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Okay, y'all, be good. All right. Any more questions, you all? Let me go ahead and check out in a bit and see if my client, I started at 5, was it what, 5:30, 6 o'clock? You all, it's almost time for me to make sure that my clients will, but I do have room for a few more questions. Please ask some type of question, or either of you all have any testimonies, anything positive to share, then do share. Thank you all so much. Note that I do still have Moringa in stock for $20 plus shipping and handling, and I do still have the sea moss for $30 plus shipping and handling. So anybody want to call in, you can via text that in at the 618-388-8100 number as well. And if you don't get through the first time, then make sure that you continue to try, because this is, I do have work. a lot of work outside of this to do, but I'm willing to dedicate myself to it because I know that it's very, very powerful, and I've got a lot of testimonies from it. Okay. All right, you all. I'm waiting. Y'all don't make me wait. I'm waiting. Y'all like that pretty little artwork behind there. This boy, that was beautiful. I loved it. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all see that? The wall is painted like that. You see how that wall is painted? I promise you, I didn't do that. I was like, they didn't took me back to my painting days. Yeah, I had a chance to experience having an art gallery with one of my um, good high school friends. It was short lived, but it was nice because once again, we had to take care of family first. You couldn't just sit there acting like some fashion does and the fashion divas is, oh, here are my art paint, my paint. I couldn't do that for long, you all. But the experience was a really nice, calm, peaceful, very, very happy experience, I will admit. So I was happy when then they say, okay, you got your section that you can sit down in here. And this is your best reception. So far, so good. As good as you all know, there's no freezing after I got off of, you know, yeah. All right. Yeah, I know the whole wall is done like that. It's really nice. I really appreciate them. And so after I do this, you all, I normally will have class after this, but I won't be able to attend even that class because I have to tend to my client and making sure that they are well after suffering a stroke. Um, and the side effects of medication is what it seems like, drugs rather, prescription drugs after a year after that. Um, yeah, and so and we want to make sure that the spouse is getting their due break that they need while they are trying, well, because they've taken a lot of time out to try to take care of their mates. And this is the reason why this is so important, you all. I have not changed my stance on that. If you're a person that believes in taking good care of yourself and you are single, it is important that you do keep that in mind when you are choosing a mate, because if you don't have a lot of love and a lot of unconditional love for that person, that will become a very hard challenge. It will become very burdensome. It will, especially depending on how that person is dealing with the person who's sick, how they're dealing with their condition, because that means that you may have to encounter being treated very poorly, whether they're hooked on drugs, being a drug addict, or whether or not they've gotten into a car accident, or whether or not it's the many diseases that we have here now. High blood pressure, cancer, all forms of any kind of disease can cause a person's spirit to change. I know firsthand, I have dealt with it twice. And mostly mental dysfunction and PSP and all those other conditions I've had. I have encountered that in marriage. And I'm telling you now, it's not for the weak. And it's not for those who are very loving and timid and that really truly wants to help and work, because those type of people get trampled, literally get trampled to death in most cases, depending on how how much of a force that the person is sick in the mind or in the body is. And I've said this a while back. I'm reiterating on it again at the end of the year. And I also want to make sure if there's no more questions, Dr. Chef, the changes and hello. Hey, good to see you, Big Beats Marley. I haven't seen you in a while. Um, what I also want to say again is for those of you all that want to tune in, I will be back before you all. My goal is to be back before you all every day this day up until the 13th, possibly even Saturday today. But I have an event on Saturday at 3 p.m. So if I do be able to come back through on Saturday, it'd probably be at 12 o'clock. I want to give a special shout out and happy born day to all of the December babies, kings and queens. You all are very spiritual minded people. I know you have a lot. You're very talented. You're very loving people for the most part. And a lot of times you're misunderstood because of your bluntness and how forward a lot of you all are. But nevertheless, we need our winter babies. Yes, we do. And we need for you all to be healthy and well. Okay. I have a grandson. His birthday will be this Friday. My only grandson, biological grandson, Kareem. He'll be 5. On the 6th, on this Friday, and a slew of other of all my other relatives and friends that are born this day. Happy born day to all of you all. My voice is hoarse because I did a karaoke for a fundraiser for our middle schools. So for hats and gloves on Monday. So I'm not going to attempt to sing the birthday song. It sounds normal now. But trust me, when I try to hit that note, so you all charge it to my throat, not to my heart. So yes, I want to say that, and then I look forward to seeing you all positive, preferably tomorrow for sure. If there's no one more other questions, let me see. Is there anything else that I have left? Okay, we made the announcement of we will have more products coming through. Preferably for this upcoming week, we will be selling. I will be partnering up with Miss Loretta Ship, another naturopath that's been very instrumental in helping me to learn a lot of what I've learned. Always been there to answer any questions that I had. She is a beautiful person, her and her husband, Albert Ship. And then also I will be having my own scrub and body cream coming out that will have one of the top ingredients will be sea moss. And it's going to be good. And I am going to make it like I do my food with love. It'll be moi that will be behind the whipping. Okay. So I want feedback. I want all natural feedback. And for those who are there ordered, some of them there will be some buy ones, get one frees and all the goods. And for those who are that give out gifts at this time of year, I do encourage you all, if you're able, to take and purchase some for families and to share. Do share. And what else? Yeah, I'll continue to keep you all in prayer that you all end this year off well and in good health, you all. Remember my saying is still be healthy more for 2024. And I look forward to hearing back from you, Sister Jamaica, tomorrow. And then I think I have another consultation. I have a couple of consultations, but we can get in. I know we should be able to fit you in for sure for tomorrow. Okay. No, I love you all. I really do. Take care of yourself and keep me and my family in prayers. This is a very sentimental time of the year, but I'm just thankful that God has given me strength to persevere, to press forward no matter what. So if I can make it, you can too. All right. I'm gone, y'all. Gotta take care of my people.